Hey there, I'm Zach from the Warp Speed team, and today I want to cover 3 pro tips to get the most out of Lovable as you start building new projects. So first off, want to get started with setting your intention. Before I even start building a Lovable project, I map out what I want that project to be in my head. How I want the general layout of the page to be, what are the core functions of the page, and how I think a user would go through the experience. If I started off and I just said, hey, Lovable, build me a calculator, I'd get a decent calculator that came out okay. But if my real intention was to build a mortgage calculator that allowed me to compare prices side by side for different projects, that could be a way better prompt from the beginning, and then it could get me directionally where I'm going here. So for this project, I built a launch timer. So this is a really simple project. You can title your launch, you can give it a date, so let's say it's here. And then what I wanted to do is make it really easy for users to create this timer. So an Apollo mission. And then here I can see that a user with just a few clicks can create a launch timer. But because I was clear with my intention before I even started with that project, I was clear in my prompt and in my direction for that. And then adding these features along the way, like being able to edit that or share, that can be built later, but starting off with a clear framework for what you want to build is going to be really helpful as you're creating these projects. So before you even start with your project, it's sometimes helpful to browse the internet for similar projects that may be relevant or may have some design inspiration that you could borrow from to create yours. With that, let's say I was building a new app and it allows home service professionals to contact people using an AI automated phone service. So 11 Labs is another player in this space, and they do text-to-speech and all kinds of great technology here. And they have a really compelling website with some really great feature cards and some areas here. So when I jumped into Lovable, I went ahead and I prompted with, can you create a landing page like this for my app that helps home service professionals with phone call support? And then I added that URL. Lovable itself can browse a specific URL, and it can extract some of the key elements from here. So here you can see some of the gradients there with the kind of hero text here, even maybe some dashboard preview that I could add in later with some of the key features. So this is kind of a core site that may have taken me 8 or 9 prompts to get to this level, but because I gave Lovable some context, it went ahead and built that out straight from scratch. The third tip is to find inspiration in other featured Lovable projects and look at the history for how they've been built in order to understand the best practices for building sites of your own. So right on the homepage of Lovable, there is a list of featured projects. So there's a bunch of really great examples here. And clicking into these, you can see not only the project and kind of see how they've laid it out, you can see a full rich history of everything they've prompted in order to get exactly to the area they were on. So you can think of this as like a play-by-play with best practices incorporated within it to see how you can build a project like this for your own. So this is just a really good way, if you're new to the tool, to learn how other people are using the tool, manipulating it, and using some of those pro features of Lovable. With that, those are 3 pro features to help you get started.